This program documents actual homicide investigations. Criminal charges are often dropped or reduced, and all suspects shown are presumed innocent unless proven guilty. A quiet night in the Plateau neighborhood.
Mobile fire red, what's the address of the emergency?
It's the main truck. On the corner of Street in Woodgate.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I don't know, I just pulled up in the people. They just called 911.
So you just saw him laying in the ground, you don't know what's going on?
I ain't seen the man. I'm not going to no game that.
Alright, we'll get somebody out there.
Police and BMS race to the scene and find a man lying in the street, shot dead. For homicide detectives, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours. Born and raised in West Mobile, Detective Rory Graves worked in the General Investigations Unit before joining Homicide 13 months ago. He will lead the investigation.
Victim's name and all.
Don't have an idea, don't know his name. They thought he was just in my car until they cut his pants off and he was shot.
The victim was shot 4 times in his leg, groin, and the back of his head.
Well, I think this blood trail is to the ambulance with the blood. So you got blood here, you got blood here. If you come down a little bit here, you got blood here. And you got showcasing here.
I've got 3 cases here.
Then you got more showcasing. One here. One here.
The team finds 9 9mm casings.
He has blunt force trauma to his chest area. According to the doctor, they do think that he was also ran over by a car. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's consider what this thing is doing. See if he's got something.
Graves approaches a neighbor standing outside his home.
You got any gunshots or anything? Hi. I'm right here. Just get in my front seat. How many gunshots you hear?
5 or 6.
He says gunfire erupted at 9:05 p.m.
I come outside. I come to the middle of the street. I don't see them. I go back in the house. By the time I make it back in the kitchen, now I hear about 5, 6 more gunshots. So probably 9, 10 was the last set of gunshots. I'm trying to run back out the door to see what's going on.
He says he went outside after the shooting and found the victim.
I knew I didn't recognize you. We don't know you. We never seen you before. How the hell you end up on Sun Street right here?
Well, you know, I know too, like everybody likes each other over here pretty much.
Right. But don't not happen over here, man. I got 8 kids, man, that run around on this street every day. Plateau is a good place.
Yeah. Well, man, I appreciate you speaking with me. Man, this one's gonna be a little tough because there ain't no cameras around here. We got no witnesses. I think it's going to be fingerprinting attempts to hopefully identify him.
Once we get him identified, then it should help us retrace his steps and see where he's been tonight and why he was over here.
Hours in,
Hey, what you got?
the ID gets a hit on the victim's fingerprints.
You said DeJean?
DeJean
What's his last name?
Washington.
34-year-old Deshaun Washington, nicknamed A1, was born in California, but moved to Atlanta, Georgia when he was 8. A promising musician and self-taught computer whiz, Deshaun leaves behind his mother, 2 siblings, and 2 young daughters.
Is he from Mobile? Do you know?
His social's not from Mobile. He got arrested for forgery, possession.
Deshaun's prints were on file in Mobile from a prior arrest for possession of a forged instrument in 2014.
Appreciate you.
Hey, no problem.
All right. Got a Georgia address. How he's associated with Mobile is the big question.
He's got an address in Pages Lane.
Sergeant Nick Crapeau finds a local address in the police report from Deshaun's 2014 arrest.
Is that what it's showing in Metro?
Crapeau calls a phone number listed in the report. But no one picks up.
I guess the next step is we're going to go to an old address that he has listed in Mobile County. See if he has any type of family.
On the way, a call comes in from the number listed on Deshaun's arrest report.
Yes, ma'am.
It's his mother.
Does he have ties to Mobile?
She tells detectives that she lives in North Carolina.
Do you know what part of Mobile he has friends in?
No, I do not. Agent A, his baby mama, may have more information. Why are you asking me all these questions?
So,
You ain't telling me what's going on.
I have some news to tell you.
Is my son dead?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. He was found earlier tonight. He was shot in an area of town that we don't know that he has any connection to. We're just trying to figure out who he might have been with. I'm so sorry.
Son?
Yes, ma'am, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I think the next big step is speaking with the baby mama.
The next morning,
I'm about to call the victim's baby mama. Hopefully, she'll shed some light on maybe what he's been up to.
Hello.
Hey, this is Detective Graves. Is this Miss Jones?
Yeah.
Deshana learned about Deshaun's murder from his mother last night.
Miss Deshana, listen, I want to give you my condolences, okay?
Thank you.
I do want to ask you for your help, okay?
I don't really know nothing. I'm in a whole different state.
What state are you in?
I'm in Atlanta. Deshaun just passed through Mobile.
She says Deshaun only planned to be in Mobile for a few days, visiting friends.
Who was he supposed to be staying with in Mobile?
Oh yeah, I don't know his name, but he goes by.
She gives nicknames of 2 friends Deshaun was staying with at a hotel.
This morning, I'm calling them trying to figure out what the hell is going on. He makes it like he don't know it. Like it just don't sound how you would react if your friends got killed.
Do you think they're trustworthy? Do you think they're being sketchy right now, like they might know something?
Yeah, I think they're a part of it. They're being sketchy as
So let me ask you this. What is his number?
She gives Graves the cell number for one of the friends Deshaun was staying with at the hotel.
When was the last time that you spoke with Deshaun?
at 6:35 p.m.
She says Deshaun planned to ride back to Atlanta with a woman, But when she called his friends to get her name, she overheard them arguing about giving it up.
And he says, like, she wants Rand's number. And then
Wait, whose number?
Rand. It's a girl. I don't know her name.
Okay, but that's still important. So Rand was supposed to drive him to Atlanta.
Right.
What was he stopping in Mobile for?
I don't know.
Were they in Mobile to pick up any drugs, do anything
No,
with
and that's what
checks?
he had his record with the checks and all that, but
Yeah.
the drugs is never his thing. What he's into and the way he dies is just too representative of really who he is.
Yeah.
He doesn't even carry a gun. He's not even that type of person.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Alright,
Bye-bye.
Graves runs the phone number for Deshawn's friend.
Oh, dude, this has got to be him. That's where the phone number comes back to.
And finds an address for him in Mobile.
So, let's see what we can find out.
17 hours in,
Right here.
Hey,
a woman answers the door.
how you doing? My name's Detective Grace. This is Detective Capote. Are you familiar with...
She says Deshawn's friend doesn't stay there,
Is there any way I can just get his phone number from you?
but she agrees to call him.
Hello? I have the officers here.
Hey, man, this is Detective Graves.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. Listen, you're not in trouble or anything like that, okay?
All right.
Talk to us about A1.
But that's my partner. That was my brother, you feel me? Last time I seen A1 was yesterday evening.
Where was that at?
That was at the hotel room. The Super Inn in Tillman's Corner.
Who had the room there?
It was in my name.
Gotcha. And was he there coming to see you? What was going on?
He called me every time he come to Mobile. So yeah, I put the room in my name and we was just chilling and talking. And then he got a call with some chick, Miranda.
What side of town would Miranda and them be at if she was going to take it around?
Oh, they was like they preaching or whatever. But I told her she got family there.
You have a good number for Miranda?
Yes, out the boards you have to be willing to.
Yeah. So that hotel room out in Tillman's Corner, is it still rented out to you right now or what?
No, it should not be. But you can go get the camera footage and whatever. It was room 149. For real, I want him to get some justice. That's like my brother, man.
All right, man. Well, look, appreciate you talking with us, all right?
All right, no problem.
Bye-bye.
Pretty forthcoming with information. Didn't try to evade or trying to hide anything. He seems pretty confident that video out there is going to show it. I'm starting to fit a couple of pieces of the puzzle together.
Back at Homicide,
The guy who got shot, I actually met him at a club this past Saturday.
an anonymous tipster calls Graves.
I'm actually talking to one of his friends. And one of his friends told me he was in a car with a girl named Miranda Gamble. Said he didn't really want to get involved. So I just figured that maybe you have to look into the girl name.
Where is Miranda from?
She's from Mobile, but she moved to Atlanta.
Alrighty, thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Alright.
Graves looks up Miranda's information.
Miranda Campbell.
Miranda Gamble is 20 years old. She's an aspiring musician and makeup artist.
She has her Chevy that is registered to her.
Well, let's check the address.
Alright, let's do it. Hey, man. Is Miranda home? Do you know where she's at?
I ain't seen her since yesterday.
A relative of Miranda's says she splits her time between Mobile and Atlanta.
What about?
Unfortunately, I can't really talk about it, but she's not in trouble or anything.
Okay.
Alright, appreciate you guys.
We're trying to call it.
Hello?
Please leave your message for 251.
I think we should go to the hotel and see if they have video surveillance. Hopefully it'll show Miranda showing up there to pick the victim up, and we'll see whether or not she had anybody with her.
The next day, still with no luck finding Miranda, detectives returned from watching surveillance video at the hotel where Dijon was staying.
I briefly watched the video. There was a vehicle that pulled up to right in front of his room. It was a female that was in the driver's seat. She walks up to the door of the victim's room, knocks on the door. We see the passenger door open up that would indicate there's somebody else inside of the vehicle. A little bit later, you see the victim walk out. He places the white bag into the trunk, and then he has a bag over his shoulder, and he places that in the trunk as well. But what's unique is it looked like the car that pulled up to the scene was like a Chevy Impala. Miranda Gamble has a Chevy that was registered to her. Parking lot around 8:39, 8:40 p.m. The 911 call was dispatched at 9:32. We don't have enough to say that, Miranda Gamble is involved, but there's a very good chance that she does know more about this incident. Next step is talking to Miranda Gamble and seeing what she's got to tell us.
Responded to the murder of 34-year-old Dijon Washington. Learned Dijon was supposed to get a ride from a woman named Miranda Gamble the night he was murdered. Found surveillance video that showed Dijon leaving his hotel in a Chevy Impala shortly before he was shot, and issued a bolo for Miranda, but had been unable to find her.
I cried for 2 days because I'm trying to figure out what my son did to you that was that bad for you to want to murder my son like that. DJ actually was trying to do a magazine. That was the name. Okay. 21 Aces. But this is some of DJ's stuff that he drew.
His brain was always moving. If you ever try to catch up to DJ, honey, you was like 100 miles behind. He wrote a lot of music.
Got out the mud on the back end. Jumped up the creek, jumped back in. Video beach into eggs. I'm on the money. Damn, look what happened. Yeah.
I refuse to say that P word, passing, because he didn't pass away. Passing away is sick, or you died of a natural cause. DJ was murdered. All I want is justice for my son.
Into the search for Miranda. She comes forward after learning detectives want to talk.
Hey. I'm Detective Graves. This is Detective Taylor, okay? I really appreciate you coming in here and agreeing to speak with us. So I think you kind of maybe know the date that all this transpired. Okay. So kind of run me through the day, okay?
That morning, I went and picked up the 2 heads.
You said 2 heads?
That's what we call it. When they go outside the bank and cash the checks.
Okay.
She says she works with a crew that tries to cash fraudulent checks.
I picked up 2 heads and then went to go pick Dijon up.
I'm assuming Dijon done something with the checks.
Yeah, everybody would go out, hit mailboxes for checks. We bring them back to A1. A1 edit the checks and put other people's names and different numbers and stuff on them.
She claims Dijon would manipulate the check on his computer and then print counterfeits.
And we take our heads to the banks. We bring the money to A1 and he split the money between the head, me, and whoever checks it was.
So he was more just kind of watching the operation to see how things went. Okay.
A1 was kind of a nerd. He had computer genius.
Okay. So you went to pick up Dejan in the morning?
We went around to the banks to see if they could cash anything. And so we ended up dropping him back off.
She says after they struck out, she took Dejan back to the hotel.
Later on, he called me back and was like, and said that I'm using their checks and cashing them.
Dejan told her that a man from their crew accused him of stealing their money.
And I was like, where'd he get this from? I was like, hold on, stay there, I'm gonna pull up. Then I got a phone call from.
She says that on her way back to the hotel, the same man called her.
He was saying that he was on the way to the hotel because
He told her he was going to confront Dejan.
but he never pulled up. I got to the hotel and he was like, just take me to this girl.
Dejan asked her to drive him to a friend's place.
Who else was in the car with y'all?
One of the idiots. I think his name was Mama.
What's Mama's real name?
I don't know.
And then you said that A1 was asking to go to where?
We went to Dolphin Street.
She says they dropped Dejan off at an apartment complex, 9 miles from where his body was found.
So was that the last time you saw Dejan, or?
Yeah,
So after that, where do you go?
I dropped the head off.
And that would be Mama
Yeah,
at his house?
yeah. It's Bond Street.
So when you leave Bond Street, where do you go?
I had got locked up Tuesday night because I didn't have a tag on my card.
She says she was pulled over a few hours after she dropped off Dejan and Mai.
What?
Yeah, and I had a fake check in my car.
Where'd you get locked up at?
Coweta? Yeah.
Okay. So who is this?
Graves asks about the man who accused Dejan of stealing checks.
I introduced him to A1 a minute ago because A1 was supposed to teach him how to print the checks, but then y'all just did it. They clicked right after that. They got nothing. I think I do.
She gives detectives the man's phone number.
Where's your whole phone?
I really got it.
She says her old phone was confiscated by police when she was arrested in Coweta.
Let's step out for a second. We'll be right back. I was trying not to ask too many questions. The victim was leaving with Miranda from the hotel room at like 8:40. It takes exactly 19 minutes to get from Tillman's Corner to Plateau. The shots were fired at 9 o'clock. There's no way they could have stopped at Dolphin Gate. They don't have enough time to stop somewhere.
Miranda's story doesn't check out.
You can start to confront her with, and we know that you're not telling us everything. Keep giving her the opportunity to be honest.
Miranda, I feel like you're kind of bending the truth a little bit and also leaving things out, okay? Let's start over fresh. So when you pick up A1, where do y'all go from there?
We went to the apartment.
Are you sure you didn't go anywhere else? Now I know that you're obviously scared coming in here. We'll do whatever we gotta do to make sure that you're okay at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying? So I need you to start telling me the truth.
I don't know, like, who did it, but earlier that morning I got a phone call.
She says she got a call from the man who'd accused Dejan of stealing checks.
He was like, hey, we don't know who he messing with. He said he was gonna do something with.
Just be honest, what do you say he's gonna do to
He
A1?
was gonna kill everyone. I told him he wasn't not that type of dude at all. He not no street dude. The only thing that he do is he make his checks and be on the computer.
Here's the thing, we've done our calculations from Tillman's Corner till the time Dejan was murdered. It's just a very short time frame. There's not time for stops. I don't want any bull crap. We're past that, okay? We're past a lot of things, okay? Let's get back on it. Where did y'all go from the hotel?
If I knew any more information, I promise I would tell y'all, but I don't know anything else.
We'll get you on your way. You could tell that there were true emotions, like, you know, she didn't want Dejan to die. I kind of giving us a timeline. Got her route she took. We're gonna do cell phone search warrants. We also need to obtain a search warrant for his cell tower locations and see if he's pinged in the area.
The team decides to get cell phone records from Miranda and the man who threatened Dejan to see where they were at the time of the murder.
I'll get with Coweta, Georgia, where she was arrested. If things don't add up to what she's saying, then we'll pick her back up. All right, you ready?
A few days later,
Hello? Where's your tag at?
Graves gets body cam footage from Miranda's arrest in Coweta, Georgia, 6 hours after Dejan was murdered.
I've been going through the video, just seeing if I see anything that I think is important. Looks like she got a guy with her. All that.
That's a box of blank checks to make big checks with them. The printer.
There was a computer and a freaking printer in there.
You're responsible for the items in the car. So you're gonna have to go with me, okay?
I believe that computer and printer is going to probably belong to my victim. This is probably the guy calling me. Hey, this is Detective Graves.
Yes, sir. Give me a minute.
Hey, man, they told me you had pulled over Miranda Gamble.
Yes, sir.
Does she have somebody in the car with her?
She did.
Do you know what that person's name was?
So her passenger was Jeremy Adams. It was spelled Jermi.
Jermi.
He's got an ID out of Alabama.
All
Comes
right.
back from Bond Street in Mobile.
She told us that before she left Mobile, she dropped off this guy at his house on Bond Street.
No, he was 100% in the car with her.
Well, she lied to me on that. Man, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Bye-bye. The guy's name is Jeremy Adams, but he spells it Jermi, which would be like mama.
27-year-old Jeremy Adams grew up in Pritchard, Alabama. He has previous convictions for distribution of a controlled substance and criminal mischief.
We can talk to her right now. But I would like to know first whether or not
She was there. That's what I'm thinking, too.
Detectives decide to wait for Miranda's cell phone records to see if they put her at the crime scene. Nearly 8 months after Dejan's murder,
So I just got done speaking with members of the Cyber Intelligence Unit about cell tower locations on Miranda Gamble. One of her cell phones places her in or around the area of the homicide during the time of the homicide. I put out a bolo for Miranda Gamble and also put a bolo out for Jeremy Adams. We believe that he was with her the whole time. The only thing that sucks is we never got a cell phone number for him. So it's going to be a little tougher for us to stick him in Plateau. Hopefully we'll get him picked up as well. We can get a story from him.
later, detectives catch a break.
Jeremy Adams was involved in domestic, and then he was picked up.
Jeremy Adams is taken into custody on unrelated charges and brought to homicide.
I don't have any charges on him.
So what is your goal?
Don't have to flex and hope he tells us he was there with Miranda.
Ask me knows who Miranda is, and we'll just go from there.
Hey, what's up, man? From the Braves, Sergeant Gillespie. Do you care if I ask you a couple questions?
Yeah.
You know who Dejon Washington is? A guy named A1?
Oh, yeah. I know him through Miranda Gamble.
Okay. And when was the last time that you saw A1?
Well, me and Miranda was together. I went and picked him up from the house here and did out.
Okay. So when y'all picked him up, what did y'all end up doing?
We dropped him out on Dolphin Street. In the apartment.
Where'd y'all go after? Y'all dropped A1 off?
That's all alone, but the police pulled the car over, searched the car. The dude with A1 left his, I think he left a backpack and a suitcase and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He found some bad chicks.
So once you picked up the victim, you said y'all went straight to drop him off.
Yeah.
Did y'all go anywhere else?
We know Miranda went up to Plateau before y'all went to Georgia. If you were with her from the time you picked A1 up until the time she gets arrested in Georgia, then you would have been with her when she went up to Plateau.
She didn't go to Plateau that night.
She did. There's not a doubt within our mind that she was in Plateau during this time.
I can't tell you what I don't know you feel.
Alright, well, give us just a minute.
We've got him into a locked-in story. He said that he was with Miranda the whole time. He's under arrest for a domestic and he's got warrants. So he'll be going to jail today.
5 days later, there's still no sign of Miranda.
I got Miranda's phone from Siren.
But detectives got her phone that was confiscated the night of the murder and downloaded the contents.
I found something.
Graves finds a text message Miranda sent on the day of the murder.
She sent this to who I believe to be Jeremy Adams. We need the password to that phone and computer. This is actually from Jeremy Adams. I'm going to make him give it to me. We're going to get him in Pritchard. She sends back to Jeremy Adams, okay. And then take that out the head. I touched that one. Miranda Gamble's got a lot of explaining to do. With Christmas coming up, hopefully she'll be here in the Mobile area. I really want to interview Miranda Gamble before securing a warrant. If she knows she has a warrant out for murder, she's not going to talk to me.
3 weeks after Christmas,
Oh, yep, her car is right there.
Graves spots Miranda's Chevy outside her relative's house.
She is there. Come on, Miranda. Hey, we just need you to come down to headquarters. Yeah, right now.
She agrees to talk.
Miranda, if you'll sit in that seat for me. I do want to ask you a couple questions. Phone put you in Plateau, where he was found. You were there. You saw what happened. Miranda, I can look at you and I can tell. And you're, I know. Miranda, listen to me. Listen. You're okay. You're alright. Just talk to me.
God, Mama told me to drop him off in Pritchard somewhere. That area.
Where he was killed?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we got there,
Mama got out of the car. He said, see you later, stuff. And then A1 got out of the car to get inside the front seat. And then next thing you know, I see A1 running. A1 started running in the third shape.
Who was firing the shots?
Mama. It was just me, him, and A1.
Okay. So,
Detective Graves asks if the man she claimed had threatened to kill Dijon was involved in the murder.
He wasn't there.
okay, I got your cell phone from Georgia. I was able to get messages between you and Jeremy. And you said to him, we need the password to that phone and computer being his phone and laptop, the victim's phone and laptop. Okay. Jeremy said, I'm going to make him give it to me when I get him, but we got to get him in Pritchard. Obviously, Plateau.
They had planned to rob A1.
Who did?
Mama.
She says Jeremy and the man who threatened Dijon planned to rob him.
Their plan for the robbery was just solely to get the victim's computer and printer and the phone and the check paper. Okay.
And I didn't know that it was going to happen right then.
And then you told Jeremy, take that one out the head. I'd touch that one. What does that mean?
To take it out there.
Take what?
The bullet.
That right there clearly shows that you knew what was going to happen.
I knew he was going to get robbed, but I honestly did not know he was going to get killed.
Be 100% honest about it. You're 99% right now.
That's the whole truth.
I'll step out just for a second, alright?
Hey, Coy.
Graves and Crapeau called the district attorney.
She said that she did know that there was a plan to rob the victim. Jeremy had a gun. He upped the gun and shot the victim.
As far as on my mind, we used his own statement. We used the messages between him and her, and then obviously her statement as well.
You're doing murder for him.
Sounds good.
I'm just going to tell you, you're going to jail today for felony murder.
I didn't do it. No. I didn't know.
Detectives will have Miranda taken to Metro Jail and will pick up Jeremy Adams, who's being held there on unrelated charges.
Probably gonna go down there and get him now.
An hour later.
What's up, man? Jeremy, I think it's something that you talked to me, but at the end of the day, it's your decision. Okay, alright.
Alright, you're gonna be charged with murder and robbery first degree today. Alright?
Alright, man, just give us a second, we'll get you right back out.
This is my beautiful granddaughter. Look at the camera. This is Dijon Washington's second child. She looked like her daddy. Today we are celebrating DJ life.
And here I am. And I'm very humbled and I'm just very grateful. It's really cool to accomplish something that you've wanted for a really long time.
I'm gonna ask the police since all you being before I'm not bringing them out.
Tell me exactly what happened.
I'm sitting up on top of my friends, and I heard one shot, and then they just start shooting everywhere.
How many people are hurt?
One person in the car. There's some security guards out here now.
Okay. Is he awake?
No, he's trying to.
Okay, I'm sending up paramedics to help you now.
Man, it's everywhere.
Is he breathing?
Oh, Lord. No.
For homicide detectives, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
Before this, I accepted the award for Officer of the Year. And then reality sets in, and I'm next up, and here I am working this case. Hey, how you doing? Victim's name is? It's gonna be Harold Jordan Jr.
17-year-old Harold Jordan III was born and raised in Pritchard, Alabama. Harold attended Vigor High School and played trombone in the Texas Street Marching Band. He leaves behind his parents, several brothers and sisters, and step-siblings.
It's really sad. He was young. Left shoulder, left rib area.
Harold was shot 3 times in the shoulder, torso, and thigh.
Bullet holes coming through the windshield. Bullet holes on the passenger side of the vehicle. There's a gun in the car, and the floorboard is void.
Looks like a baggie of weed. It was disturbing. Is there a phone that you can see Donovan in that car? I'll collect that. There's rifle casings on top of the windshield. So the rifleman was basically in front of the car as it was coming towards him. Wow. There's casings over there. Look at all these though.
You got handgun casings, you got rifle casings.
The team finds 11 9mm and 17 .223 rifle casings.
We believe it to be on the AR platform. I think they're parked here. They walk up to the car. Once he started getting shot at, I think he hit the gas, and I believe this is where the scene's going to end, with the victim driving into the fence. We have security. Know what you do, department.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
A security guard comes forward.
What did you see?
The first one, yeah. I'm a guy went down. But I got this girl.
He says he spoke with the witness and called 911.
I really need to talk to him.
But we called. She actually seen him today.
Just put her on speakerphone.
Hello.
Tell me what happened again.
You don't walk by the car. You like, hey.
She says earlier tonight, she saw Harold walking to his car.
I bet he went on to fill the so big. I was a little grateful. He had no light on.
Moments later, she says 4 men approached Harold's car on foot.
He just was like, my sweet. Guess what I started doing was shooting. Touched her in one shot. And then the rest of the balls just came by.
She says 2 of the men continued shooting as Harold tried to flee.
I think in the car, they drove later.
After they shot.
Yeah. I didn't see the one in the car shooting.
She says Harold never fired his gun.
Well, I started to tell some different one out here.
Okay.
This guy's family will show them.
Okay.
Maybe they can give us some information, you know, once they come down.
I came here and went straight to my mother.
Okay. Harold's family heard about his murder on social media.
Have you talked to him recently?
I had met him at my cousin's house, and we were supposed to be renovating the house for my grandmother.
Okay.
And that was the last thing we talked about.
Let me ask you this. I mean, he had a good amount of weed. Okay. So it would be pretty accurate to say that he might reach out to people and sell it.
Right. But beyond all that, my brother would give his last to do anything. Yeah, he got clean, finna get ready to join the Navy.
So basically, we're gonna work until there's nothing left to do, you know, and we've just started. So I'll keep you updated, all right?
Thank you so much, Detective Barkley.
Yes. Can you sit in my car, please?
Barton turns to one of Harold's cousins.
Do you know why he would be around this area?
They said he was coming to get a haircut. We were planning on going to a party tomorrow, and he was going to get his hair done.
Does he have any issues with anybody?
With nobody. He had no problem with nobody out here. Somebody see him.
Where's that coming from?
I don't know, but I don't know for sure. Y'all look through his phone. Go over those last couple people who he talked to.
Sure. Does he have passcode?
Yes.
She gives Barton a possible password for Harold's phone.
It's definitely going to help us. Thanks. Maybe it was a setup where somebody told him, hey, come over here, I want to holler at you. It could be weed, it could have been money, it could have been a gun. It's just the mindset that people have that they want what's not theirs. And then I don't care about what happens. And in this case, 17-year-old lost their life. This is the victim's phone. If we can get in that phone, we're going to know who he was probably meeting up with. 251. Alright. Got it his phone, dude. First password. Let's see if you can maybe talk to somebody on Facebook. He says, you see me. Okay. He's got a text message. L-I-Y-N-T Corey.
12:25 a.m. today.
Minutes before the call to 911, Harold received messages from username LIYNT Corey.
None of these are available to see because this dude must have deleted his Facebook. But the victim's saying something about apartments, and then he says, you see me.
He's the last dude that talked to him.
Do we know who that is? Let's find out. L-I-Y-N-T.
Barton searches for the name on social media.
There's a photo of this guy. It's a young kid. Oof, got a big old shotgun. This is who I believe is involved in the victim's murder because the victim is communicating with him over Facebook Messenger 2 minutes before the 911 call comes out. Did that guy delete his Facebook? Yeah, but I'm gonna look into that.
The team will have to get a subpoena for the closed account.
He has comments on his Facebook.
I'm fine. All it does is just take a little research.
for him on his Facebook.
Nice.
I'm just looking through our database system. Just searching on the birthday.
Detectives search for anyone named Corey who has the same birthday.
I got a Jacorius McDonald.
Corey. This dude's named Jacory. Facebook says Little Corey.
Jacorius McDonald is 17 years old. He was expelled from middle school and never attended high school.
Got an address over here at GB for him.
Detective Rory Graves finds 2 last known addresses for Jacorius in the database.
On May 8th, the dude says, come serve me 2 grams and a pack of Rellos.
7 months before the murder, Jacorius asked Carol to deliver some marijuana to another address.
I'm gonna look into that address there because he tells him to come serve him at that address. I don't have enough right now to arrest Jacorius on the murder. I'm hoping that if we're able to locate him at this residence, I can bring him to HQ and hopefully he'll give me a statement. It's gonna be the 4th house down on the left. Nobody's coming to the door. No, nobody's there.
Detectives speak to a man and woman who live next door.
There ain't no in there but them 2 boys.
How old are we talking?
They about 16, 17 years old. They not grown yet. You ain't been over there in 2 or 3 weeks.
They say that Jacorius' mother left him and a 15-year-old family member alone in the house.
Did you see them yesterday?
I did see them yesterday. They actually was coming down the street with some food in their hand. Knew they was eating yesterday. They do to the hotel house. They said time real up there.
The man says the house belongs to the mother's boyfriend, who owns a used car dealership and repair shop.
I remember them before. The gold house said they shoot up.
They shoot in the backyard?
Yeah.
Okay. The neighbor says all he's seen for the last 2 weeks is 2 young boys. He called 911 because they were shooting in the backyard.
Just go get your warrant. Come back.
Yeah. Shoot. I can get some casings from that backyard and match them to my homicide. I got a murder warrant.
3 hours later,
You got a warrant now. We just hit it. Quick.
the team returns to Jacorius' house with a search warrant.
Mobile Police Department! Mobile Police Department. Anybody inside need to come to the front door. Mobile Police! The house is clear.
No one inside, so we just gonna search it.
Yeah, 9 and 223. All it needs 1. Oh, here we go. Showcase.
The team recovers 2 unfired rounds.
They're both 40 cal.
But they don't match either caliber of casings found at the crime scene.
I say we just call it.
Hello?
Then, a young woman from Jacorius' neighborhood reaches out.
Give me the rundown.
My little sister, she got me and told me her boyfriend got to shoot out last night. I got her address too.
What is it?
Detectives get the witness's address.
Thank you. We could just go ride by them.
We know that there were 2 shooters involved because we found 2 separate casings on scene. One was rifle casings, the other was 9mm. The new tip that we're looking into, maybe he's the other shooter, and hopefully might fill in the pieces of the puzzle that are missing. Mobile Police! Ma'am? My name's Detective Barton. Your name is?
Detectives asked the girlfriend's mother if they can interview her daughter.
So obviously we wouldn't be here if it wasn't serious.
And she agrees.
Thank you. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, okay? You're 15, all right? Your mother loves you, and she doesn't like your boyfriend. I just talked to her about it. And you already know that somebody lost their life last night. What did he tell you happened?
Last night, he just said somebody got killed.
If he's called you and told you somebody just...
No, text. Can I please straight text message say I see online?
He said somebody just got killed over here. Where did he say he was? Why would tell us that she talked to you and you told her that your boyfriend talked to you and said he was in a shootout last night?
Wow. I look at that girl like a sister. Why is she lying to me like that?
I don't know, but we gotta figure it out.
She don't even told me all that happened. I seen she was posting.
She claims she learned about the shooting from the tipster's social media.
The fact that she would lie to y'all and say that I told her that, no, that just hurt me right there.
So we're just gonna leave it at there's just a big misunderstanding.
That's all about everything.
All right, well, I appreciate you talking to me. Now we're trying to get a little sleep, regroup, see how we can build the case against Jacorius. Hopefully Jacorius is going to lead me to my second shooter. I gotta get some sleep because my brain is mush right now.
The next day.
You gonna ride with me, Roy?
The team hits Jacorius' last known addresses that they have in the system.
We're going to another location out in Theodore. Hey, is Jacorius here?
But as the clock winds down,
Yeah.
they speak out again.
Jacorius' mom is living with that car dealer who owns that house that we were at. We can only hope maybe they're hiding out with the parents. I gotta talk to the owner of this house.
In the first 48, Mobile homicide responded to the murder of 17-year-old Harold Jordan III. Discovered text messages in his phone from 17-year-old Jacorius McDonald arranging a meeting minutes before the shooting. Searched for Jacorius to get his side of the story, but had been unable to find him.
Let's check out this tire spot. Probably washed their hands of this kid and are letting the streets raise him. Yeah, I'm gonna find out. Hey, how you doing, sir?
Great.
This is your tire shop, right?
In a minute.
He says the owner is out for the day.
Oh, okay. Figured that was you. Do you know it?
Barton asks if he knows how to get in touch with Jacorius' mother.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. I just need to talk to her. Maybe you could just give me her phone number.
The manager calls Jacorius' mother
Hello?
and gives the phone to Detective Barton.
I'm with the Mobile Police Department. I need to talk to your son, Jacorius. I went over to your house.
She says she's on vacation in Las Vegas, but heard from neighbors that homicide detectives were at her house.
It's concerning just information that he might have about something that we're investigating.
She says she hasn't spoken to her son in over a week.
How can I get a hold of him? You got a phone number for him or something?
She gives Barton Jacorius' cell phone number.
Thank you. Bye. Oh yeah, got the phone number. So now I can do a cell phone search warrant.
Barton will submit a warrant for Jacorius' cell records.
Jacorius' mom, she says she's going to try to fly out early from Vegas and get him to talk to me.
The next day.
Okay. There, I got the address.
Detectives decide to swing by one of Jacorius' relatives to see if he is there.
Who's available to help me hawk Jacorius down? Let's do it.
All right, let's get it.
Mobile Police Department. Boys, McDonald, if you're in there, come out right now. It's in your hands. It's your hands. It's your hands. It's your hands.
Do you know somebody named Jacorius?
A relative of Jacorius says he doesn't stay there. Jacorius is not there.
Your kid had a phone. Yeah, he gave it.
But Barton recovers the cell phone Jacorius has been using.
Okay, man, I'm Detective Barton.
Barton speaks with Jacorius' relative.
When was the last time you saw Jacorius?
About a month ago.
Where would he be right now?
I don't even know what I'm bored with.
We need to take this phone, okay?
She says the phone belongs to Jacorius' 4-year-old brother.
Well, we'll bring it back. I think... Well, nothing left to do here. The phone is in my possession, but there's a very good chance that that phone is a little grandbaby's phone, and Jacorius maybe has called his mom on it once or twice, but it's not this number.
Later.
Hello?
With no leads on Jacorius' whereabouts.
Hey, this is Detective Barton, Mobile Police Department.
Barton circles back to his mother.
I would prefer to talk in person.
She says she has returned from Las Vegas.
Here's my issue. You told me a phone number that you were talking to Jacorius on, but then I find out that that phone is basically used by your 4-year-old.
Well, that's the number you called me out for. I mean, what you want me to do? I'm trying to help you.
Man, I've been doing this a long time, and I've had a lot of conversations with mamas who say what you're saying, but at the same time, love their baby and don't want to see him hurt or...
Don't feel like I'm lying to you. I'm not that mama. Like, I love my kids, don't get me wrong, but I'm their mama, and they disrespect me like a dog, so I left.
I'm hoping that you'll reach out to him and maybe talk some sense into him and just bring him in, to talk to me.
You want to tell me where you is? Just keep saying pick my house. And I'm so sick of this because I don't know if trying to hear about your house or what. Well, all I know is this got something to murder and I'm trying.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right.
I feel that if she knew where they were or could facilitate, she would. I think the mom is, kind of worried that Jacorius is going to be killed in the streets, which in these situations, people get shot for shooting other people. I would love to have her just bring him in, and we can prevent that from happening.
21 days into the investigation.
There's so much talk about robbery, it's crazy.
Jacorius' deleted social media records have come come in.
I have 2 separate threads with Jacorius McDonald about the easy lick of my victim.
Jacorius communicated with 2 usernames about trying to rob Harold.
An hour after the homicide, this guy ends up saying, "You know that dude died. You hard, I'm knowing. Meaning you killed that dude and I know what you did. But I don't know who this is." That's just a group message that these people were in. I told you, not sweet. They say he hit that boy 15 times.
One of the messages suggests that a 15-year-old relative of Jacorius was one of the shooters.
I'm trying to find something that I can definitively say, yeah, there's no doubt he was using this Facebook. A female says by name Corey. I think that's enough. Hey, Jennifer.
Hey, what's going on?
Martin calls the DA's office to see if he's got enough to charge Jacorius.
About 2 minutes before the homicide, Corey says, "Where you at?" And then a response from the victim, "I'm at the apartments." Corey says, "I'm right here." And then 2 minutes before the homicide, Corey says, "Come back in the front." The front of the complex is where the actual homicide occurred.
I just don't think we can base this entire charging someone with murder based on Facebook.
There are multiple message threads where he is planning a robbery against our victim days before the homicide.
Who's that thread with?
I don't know who this guy is. These are just Facebook people.
We need somebody to say, this is his Facebook and this is how I communicate with him. We're missing that link.
All right, I'll just keep working it.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Oh, dang it. I thought my conversation would go a little bit better. Right now, Jacorius, we really don't know where he is, so just kind of in a holding period.
Later,
I got a tip this morning from a next-door neighbor of a house we know them to live at.
Neighbors spotted the 15-year-old relative of Jacorius, and patrol was able to pick him up.
The thing is I have a lot more on Jacorius than I do on him. So I'm going to basically try to play it off as I'm not worried about them, I'm worried about the actual shooter. It's like a total bluff. Here goes nothing. I'm just saying to Martin, what I want to talk about, it's very serious. We're talking about somebody's murder. His name was Harold Jordan.
I don't know what it is.
Could you tell me on Friday the 14th, where you were or what you were doing?
I was in my school.
He claims he and Jacorius were in Pritchard, 14 miles away from the murder.
I have a mountain of evidence, so I know you're not in Pritchard.
You gotta put the evidence together.
I mean, I will. You know what any of that means?
Martin shows him the messages Jacorius sent on Facebook.
That's Jacorius explaining to my dead victim how to get right up to the place when he's killed. 2 minutes before the homicide, I'm right here.
I see that, but I don't know what you're talking about.
You do. I know you were there. People are saying you shot. I told you not sweet. They say you hit that boy 15 times. You shot and killed a boy. You're gonna go to jail for murder for it unless you at least explain the situation.
I ain't pulling no trailer.
Okay. Were you at the apartment?
Yes, sir.
When the shots were fired, where were you?
I shot at that door. My house called.
These Facebook messages, are they between Jacorius and Harold?
Yes, sir.
We need somebody to say, this is his Facebook. We're missing that link.
Okay. You gotta start from the beginning. Where's the driver pick you up from?
Man, we at home. The drive for here.
He says he was home with Jacorius when 3 men picked them up in a car.
Tell me who the driver is.
I don't know for sure.
Why would they just pull up like that?
The driver.
He says Jacorius knows the driver.
I don't know how they made. I was in the back.
Does Corey get in the backseat with
you? Yes, sir.
He says one of the other men was sitting between them.
What's he look like?
Yeah, he about 6'1". I was about 17. Mask on.
Who had the assault rifle? You can't just conceal those. Those are big.
Was it backseat, front passenger, the driver? Masked up in it.
When you got to the apartments, what happened?
I just seen a car pull up on the side, on the street light. They have at the car.
He says when Harold arrived, everyone got out of the car except the driver.
2 people want to go to the car. They walked to the window.
He says Jacorius and the front passenger walked up to the driver's side of Harold's car. He says the backseat passenger with the assault rifle approached from Harold's passenger side.
Yeah, if you was sitting there out here, shut up.
But he says he didn't see the shooting.
I ain't gonna shoot the person.
Okay. Honestly, I knew you were in the car. Like I told you from the beginning, I know people said you're the shooter. I got reason to believe Jacorius is the shooter. But there's 2 other people in that car. So it's real important to tell me those other 2 people's names. Because if you 2 aren't the shooters, and they're gonna pin this on you, that's an issue.
I don't know their names, sir.
So what happened after the shooting?
Well,
just chill out with that.
Got what I wanted for sure. He said that's Jacorius, Facebook. We have enough now to sign a murder warrant on Jacorius McDonald for the murder of Harold Jordan. On Monday, he's not going to be dealing with me, he's going to be dealing with the U.S. Marshals. But I don't have enough to arrest him on the murder. The thing about it is, we often forget the humanity on the suspect side. They might look and talk and act like men that have been through war, but when you get them in the interview room, they're still scared little boys. And when he started crying, I knew my bluff was no longer a bluff, it was reality. I do believe there's multiple people involved. I'm going to try and do everything I can to get all those people.
Hey, buddy.
5 days later,
Hey, what's up, bro?
Barton gets an update from the U.S. Marshals.
He's got a girlfriend, and she told...
They got a tip from someone who knows Jacorius' girlfriend.
So, we're thinking he's at this address. Probably gonna try to do a hit tomorrow morning.
Okay. Hey, well, here's the deal. I'm going to be out of town, but if you do get him, just make contact with Rory, because I'll be out of pocket.
I'll shoot you a text either way.
All right, brother.
All right.
So, we'll see what we get.
The next day,
Jacorius, he's been kind of hiding out anywhere that he can. They'd attract him back to his girlfriend's house. My biggest goal is to go in there and get who else was there. You ready? Hey, what's going on, bro?
6 weeks after Harold's murder, detectives finally sit down with Jacorius.
If you just back up just for me, just a little bit. All right. There's always 2 sides to a story, okay? And I would actually like to get your side of the story, okay? Look, man.
My mom ain't come yet?
Huh?
My mom can't come?
Right now, you want us to call your mom? Don't say mom. I got you.
Okay. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back with you. Hey, so Mom is actually outside.
Detectives have Jacorius' mother sit in for the interview.
What's up, man? Hi, Jacorius.
Let me ask you this question. What happened May the 15th on Broom Road?
Like, you can't just tell me straight up?
Yeah, somebody was killed.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
Do you know Harold Jordan?
Yeah, that's my weed man.
Do you know that he's deceased?
I know.
The last time that you reached out to him to buy weed was?
I think I did try to buy some gas for him and maybe, but he never came.
Okay. Are you sure you can show up? Because I'm looking at a message where you're telling him that you're right here, and then you tell him to come back in.
But I never seen him.
You're suggesting to us that we're stupid. Because it's evident that you saw him.
You want a lawyer? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, or y'all said that he wants an attorney? Oh man,
Really one of them guys. You can see him trembling in there. He's a scared kid, but with the serious charges that we have, he's definitely going to be charged as an adult.
Go ahead and turn me right.
When you think of murder, if you want to think of some monster, but then this kid walks in who probably weighs about 120 pounds soaking wet, and it's sad.
If he's convicted of these charges, he'll probably spend the rest of his life in jail.
But there's consequences for every single bad choice that you make, and you're going to be held accountable.
Hey, is this Miss Sophia?
Detective Graves calls Harold's family.
We have made an arrest on your son's murder today.
Oh my God. Who is it?
He's 17 years old. His name is Jacorius McDonald.
Okay, thank you, son. Thank you so much.
All righty.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. This is one I actually kind of take to heart on this one because, I mean, whatever happened, this kid didn't deserve to be shot at 28 times. And at least we were able to bring some justice for Harold Jordan Jr. But I want to know who else is involved. So we still got more work to do. The investigation is still open. We're still looking. It'll all come to light.
Six months later,
we suffer every day
with no leads on the other suspects.
The pain that we feel from losing her hurts so deeply that we got to take that negative energy and turn it into positive.
Harold's family remembers him by collecting and donating food to their community for Thanksgiving.
The whole family's out here. We grieve with happiness instead of sadness.
We're gonna keep the smiles on our face even though we're hurting on the inside. But we'll probably never get over this. Harold was headed to the Navy, and someone young took his life because Harold was getting his life together and they didn't know how to get their life together.
We don't want anybody to feel the pain that we feel. Just think before you act. Picking up a gun, murdering someone. That's just not the answer.
We just need to start being out there, then we can heal. Until then, we'll just always be broken.
This ain't all about just getting a turkey. We are here representing my grandson, and we want everybody to know that we work together as a unit in this world. Everything will be a whole lot better for everybody.
We out here today just showing that they don't have to stay in the streets, they don't have to shoot and kill, and we just showing love. And that's what it's all about, showing love.
We love you, Harold.
This program documents actual homicide investigations. Criminal charges are often dropped or reduced, and all suspects shown are presumed innocent unless proven guilty.
threw me and my baby out of the bed.
Alright, okay, coming out, man.
First responders arrive.
The woman got knocked out of bed.
And find the caller and her 8-year-old son with minor injuries.
Can you imagine being asleep and getting woken up with that in your house?
Climb in from the back.
Inside the Chevy Tahoe,
There's blood on his neck.
they find a man in the driver's seat and another in the passenger seat. Both shot and bleeding.
The driver is still barely alive.
Paramedics rush the driver to the hospital. But the passenger does not survive. For homicide detectives, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
That's pretty wild, dude.
Detective Justin Ritter will lead the investigation.
Can you imagine being asleep and getting woken up with that?
God.
There's a kid in a bed right there where that went in.
Where's the kid at?
Hospital.
The 911 caller and her son are in good condition at the hospital.
But he's okay.
Our dead guy's name is Charles Walker.
32-year-old Charles Walker was born and raised in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Known as Seawalk, he attended Muskogee High and later moved to Tulsa to pursue a career in the music industry. Charles leaves behind 2 sisters, 2 brothers, and a 3-year-old son.
He was over the center console and leaned over on the driver.
Where's he shot?
The left side of his head.
Charles was shot once in his head.
This can be an entrance wound right there.
And once in the back.
The driver got shot in the head.
The driver was shot 3 times in the back of his neck and is still in surgery.
The driver said my partner right here was doing business with somebody else, and then I got shot in the head.
They briefly spoke to responding officers before being rushed to the hospital.
He didn't mention who the third guy was. You don't know that guy,
Hope he lives.
In the parking lot, 30 feet from the Chevy Tahoe.
You got one casing over here.
The team recovers a single 9mm shell casing.
The other casings are probably in that car. Yeah. He guns it forward, runs into this apartment.
That makes sense. So it goes, he just happens to have an empty spot here to drive through, because there's your damage. Why is there a casing outside on the street, though?
He could be firing as he's running out.
I'm curious to see what's in the car. Damn. Dude, there's a bag of pills.
The team finds hundreds of pills on the floor behind the driver's seat.
Looks like this is a dope deal gone bad. Is this your apartment here?
This is my wife's house.
Okay, you mind if I take a peek in there real quick? Wow.
Got 2 phones in the front.
Give me a bag, will you?
Detective Max Ryden collects 2 cell phones.
I was in the center console. There should be some cases in there.
Yeah, just tow it.
The Chevy Tahoe will be towed to headquarters and processed for evidence.
Well, at least we got cell phones. That'll be something to go with.
That vehicle belongs to her.
Charles's girlfriend, Markel, arrives with their 3-year-old son, Chance. after recognizing her Chevy Tahoe on the news.
I'm Detective Ritter. I work homicide. Why don't you come talk to me in my car? That way I can kind of tell you what's going on. How long have you been together?
10 years.
Okay. Do you know who he left with tonight?
To my knowledge, he left by himself. I've been calling and calling and calling. There's no answer, no text message.
I don't really know how else to tell you this, but he was shot and he was killed.
This can't be Charles.
I really am sorry. This was a drug deal that went bad. That's what it looks like. So I'm trying to figure out if Charles and his buddy were here to buy or to sell. Do they use pills?
No.
Do they sell pills?
If he does, I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Do you know why they would be over here?
I've never even heard of these apartments.
This is my card, and if you have any questions, call me.
Okay.
Seriously, I'm sorry, okay?
Left his truck. Yeah, Daddy left his truck, buddy.
Then,
we have someone here that might see him. Please take them.
A witness that lives in the apartment complex comes forward.
Just have a seat in my car.
Okay.
What's up?
Me and my friend, we were sitting down and we just heard the gunshots, but at the same time, it sounded like something crashed.
When you heard the noise, what'd you do?
We just looked and we seen two dudes running towards this silver car.
What kind of car is it?
It's a 4-door and it's kind of like 1995 Toyotas.
A Toyota type vehicle?
I don't know if it was a Toyota, but it was silver, like in good shape.
Okay, what color were the people that jumped in the...
They're black, dark, skinny, and tall.
Alright. This is my card.
Okay.
Alright, bud. I don't know. We have two suspects or what? I'm gonna head downtown and then we'll go start looking at phones. Normal deal.
Okay.
It's a Wild West out here these days.
Back at headquarters.
What do you got?
CSI just finished processing the Tahoe.
32 auto underneath the driver's side gas pedal.
They found 3 .32 caliber shell casings on the driver's side floor.
Backseat floorboard was a 9mm Luger.
And a 9mm casing behind the passenger seat.
Then a whole bunch of Lortab pills.
The team counted 485 pills.
There was a gun in the car. 25 of it.
The gun was under the passenger seat.
There's a 25 in the car, but the casings are 380 and 9. So I think we got two suspects on the run, one with a 9, one with a 380.
Then,
this is Detective Rodman.
The team gets an update on the victim at the hospital.
Paralyzed.
The gunshot wounds to his neck have left the driver paralyzed from the chest down. But he's expected to survive.
Okay, thanks.
Bye. The guy that's at the hospital? Conscious, can't talk, but can acknowledge with head nods and stuff.
Oh, that's something.
Oh, yeah.
Five hours in.
Hey, what kind of Xannies do you have? My girl's looking for them.
Ritter looks through Charles's text messages from around the time of the shooting.
Black LJ homie texts my victim saying, okay, I'll have my gun on me. Okay, I'm bringing mine too. They're bringing their guns.
Minutes before the 911 call came in, Charles was texting with a contact named Black LJ homie.
So my victim says to this guy, At 1 o'clock, where do I go?
Black LJ Homie tells Charles to meet him at the apartment complex where the shooting occurred.
129, you about to pull up. 159, incoming call from that number, and we get the call at 207.
What's the number?
Ritter runs the phone number for Black LJ Homie.
There it is, Cedric Warrior. We have some addresses for him.
23-year-old Cedric Warrior was raised in Tulsa and attended Gilcrease Middle School. He is a father and has no prior convictions.
Well, I'm going to start at the beginning.
Ritter looks through Charles's messages from earlier in the day.
2:15 p.m. yesterday, Cedric Warrior texts my victim, says, I'm coming to Tulsa. They want $500 if you could hold them till tonight. They gone, be sold. Let me know ASAP because they're trying to go back to Muskogee. Cedric may be the middleman. My victim says, you want Watson or M367? M367, those are the pills that are in the back seat. So all this jives up. We need to go out to the hospital. The guy that got shot in the neck that was in the driver's seat, he's paralyzed but alert, which is good enough for a photo lineup.
Come on.
An hour later.
Just made a photo lineup that contains Cedric Warrior. So we're going to show a photo lineup to the driver that's alive and see if you can identify any of the pictures as being in the car when this incident happened.
While Detective Max Ryden heads to St. Francis Hospital.
The Warrior has an 08 Acura. Margot runs it, and it's gray or silver.
Crime analyst Margot Heen Bell has a lead on the suspect vehicle.
I had the female witness at the scene. She sees a silver vehicle that she describes as like a 95 Toyota. Two guys jump in and it leaves. That thing looks like a freaking 95 Toyota. I think you should run on that.
Detective Mark Kennedy will look for Cedric's silver Acura at the addresses listed in his file.
Tell you what, you'll be my hero if you find it.
Nine hours since Charles was killed.
Hello?
Hey.
Ryden calls in with the results of the photo lineup.
He said immediately it was Cedric's pictures.
The surviving victim identified Cedric Warrior as the man who set up the drug deal.
Was the reaction that there's 5 people there? There's him and the guy, and then 3 suspects, and Warrior was their friend.
I go, have a gun? He goes, no.
So Cedric's the middleman without a gun. Do you think he knows the other 2 guys?
I don't think he knows their names. The nurse said he is to live for sure.
Sweet.
Hey, man.
So living victim says that yes, Cedric Warrior was there. He did not have a gun. Him getting picked out is big. So, I mean, we'll have enough for an arrest warrant.
Later,
we ran across Cedric's vehicle.
Kennedy spotted Cedric's Acura at one of his known addresses.
Got a bunch of guys down here from the fugitive squad. Set up on it. He comes walking back to it. When it started moving, we stopped him. We got him in custody. He just indicated he knew what it was about. We're hoping Cedric can lead us to 2 other individuals that were there.
What's up, man?
Ritter and Corporal Nathan Schilling will interview Cedric.
So, man, you said that you knew what this was about and that somebody that you were in contact with last night died, right? Okay, so why don't you just kind of tell me how that went down?
Next day, I hit Seawalk. I was supposed to get some pills from him. Meet me over here. I want to meet up with somebody else too.
He says Charles arranged to meet him at the apartment complex where the shooting occurred.
Who else was he selling to?
I don't know. Like, when I got the pills from him, boom, somebody else pulled up next to my car. So they gave me my pills, did my thing and left. I don't know what he had going on after I left. I ain't got no part of this thing getting killed. I don't want him dead.
How many pills?
I got ordered for 500.
So you arrange for 500 pills from Charles?
Yeah. Seawalk. I was the middleman getting some money.
Who was it for?
The guy I've been dealing with.
Who?
Comes from Kansas.
What's his name? Don't lie to me.
I don't know his name, honestly. But I call him Stay Ready.
Where did you deliver the pills to him at?
Down there by Torchies.
He claims he met with Stay Ready and another man from Kansas in the parking lot of a bar.
Charles. Where's he getting them?
He makes them.
Are they real or fake?
Fake.
So he's selling 500 to 1,000 fake pills to people. It's a dangerous game you're playing. Well, that'll get your ass killed.
It is a dangerous game right there.
How are people not figuring out that you're selling them fake?
They do. I done been put on Facebook, blasted for selling some fake tabs.
What about this Stay Ready from Kansas?
He knows.
Cedric claims Stay Ready knows the Lortab pills are fake.
Two Kansas dude. They been coming down here getting pills from me for like a good 2 months.
He says he's bought pills from Charles for Stay Ready and the other man from Kansas before.
Do you know where in Kansas they're from?
Kansas City.
What were the Kansas guys driving?
A little blue Honda.
Where's your phone?
Phone's in the car. I'll show you the messages from you Seawalk, and I'll show you the messages from here, the Kansas boys.
Okay. All right, hang tight for a sec. So living victim says that yes, Cedric Warrior was there. So he's holding back. The two guys from Kansas are probably going to be the suspect.
Yeah. How does he get a hold of these guys from Kansas?
He texts. It's on his phone.
I think you should take the phone in there and let him show you the numbers. Stay ready.
You said that you would show me what's up. Where's the Stay Ready guy's number?
Stay Ready right here.
The 860?
There's a name.
What's the other number? 913. All right, hang tight.
Let's do this.
Kennedy runs the first phone number.
Okay, there's Stay Ready. Maurice Sanders.
23-year-old Maurice Sanders attended Webster High School in Tulsa, and his prior convictions for possession of a stolen vehicle, assault and battery upon a detention officer, and knowingly concealing stolen property.
Want to throw him in a lineup?
Good. Hey, Cedric, how you doing? All right. I'm going to show you some photos, okay? Go ahead and look through those and see if you find somebody that looks like Stay Ready. This is him.
He picks out Maurice Sanders.
That's him? Here, why don't you circle that one? I appreciate you, man. There's your photo on it. You picked up boy, Maurice.
Sweet.
So what do you think?
I think me and Mark will go talk to him again and confront him. He was cold.
Hey, gave me some warning.
Okay. Dude, here's the problem. 2 people were in that vehicle that got shot. One died and the other didn't.
Okay.
And we've talked to him.
Okay. And then what he said? Did he say?
He said you were there.
He said I was there.
He picked you out of a photo lineup and said you were there.
That man did not see me. He said he did.
I understand you want to say that you left and some other car pulled up. But I've got the victim's cell phones and I've got a living victim and your story does not add up. There is no other people coming to meet him. Look at me, bro.
Man, you know what, man? Did, man. I know it's bad happened. We pulled up, man. They was all in my car, every single one of them. She walks in my car, goes in the back seat, go in the back seat. The guy that you picked out of the photo lineup to be stay ready. Yes.
He says that Maurice Sanders and the other man from Kansas were there when Charles was killed.
They was like, your car is too light because it didn't have no tent. Seawalk was like, my truck is tent. Let's jump in the truck and count them.
Okay.
So they jumped in Seawalk's car. And I left. As I hit the corner, I heard bah. And I drove off. That's it. Straight up.
You're almost there, but I've also got a witness at the scene that sees them jump back into your silver car and leave.
Oh, no, you don't. They have their own car. When we pulled up, like, they was already there. It was a little blue car.
The first story you gave me, it was bull. That car was already there, which is what you're telling me this time.
Yeah, I did bring the 2 parties together. When they jumped in his car, I thought the deal was over, honestly. I was supposed to be the middleman. That's the whole reason to be being there. It's not the other guy, not stay ready, but the other guy. Other guy, tall, black, long dreads. Long, damn near to the okay. About 24 to 25.
And you have no idea who this other guy is?
Look, they were calling me out both phones, you know what I'm saying? 913 is the other guy.
He says the second phone number he gave to Ritter belongs to the other man from Kansas.
Okay. You're gonna have to hang out for a sec, and I appreciate you coming with it, though.
Ritter runs the second number he got from Cedric.
Oh, there we go.
Came back with a hit. Justin Brooks?
27-year-old Justin Brooks is from Yonkers, New York, and is the father of 4 children. He has no prior convictions.
So it looks like he's got a felony warrant out of North Dakota for possession of a controlled substance. He's going to be our second suspect. Cedric's going to jail for felony murder. He set up a drug deal between 2 parties that resulted in one party dying.
Really?
And he may be used as a witness at some point. He could probably, in the long run, get a pretty minimal spanking for this deal compared to the other 2 guys. And that's not really for me to decide. Tomorrow, we'll start looking for the other 2 guys, the actual shooters.
As the clock winds down,
we're going to go into St. Francis here and interview the victim that was shot. I'm hoping we can get some more information on what actually happened out there when Charles got shot. Hey, man. I'm Detective Ritter. Man, I'm sorry this has happened to you. I know they talked to you a little bit yesterday. Do you remember them showing you the pictures
Oh, yeah. Snitcher. He's Sigma.
Yeah.
Charge.
What would be their motive?
Search shots. Shawati. Be from that. Junction. That is state God.
You understand that the pills were fake, is that correct?
Yeah. Seji. Why are you told?
That they were fake?
Yeah. You better give it to him.
Alright, Wayne, I'm gonna let you rest. Get better, okay? Thanks. The victim, he's in bad shape, but basically he thought that the guys from Kansas were there to kill Charles because pills were fake. This guy, he's probably at the wrong place at the wrong time. Unfortunately, he's going to end up paralyzed for the rest of his life. So we've got enough PC to arrest Sanders right now, and we can get a good ID from Warrior on Justin Brooks. We'll have enough probable cause to arrest him as well.
In the first 48, Tulsa homicide responded to the killing of 32-year-old Charles Walker. Discovered text messages in the phone from a man named Cedric Warrior. Tracked down Cedric, who said he was the middleman in a drug deal between Charles and two men from Kansas. It identified the men from Kansas as Maurice Sanders and Justin Brooks, but have yet to get a positive ID on Brooks. The next day,
I'm going to take this photo lineup of this Justin Brooks, show it to our middleman, Cedric Warrior, who's currently in the Tulsa County Jail, and see if he can identify the second subject. So I want you to take a look at these. There's 6 photos, and if you see somebody that looks like the individual that was with Stay Ready that night, I want you to see if you can identify him. Is that fair? Okay. Here's the photos. Take a look at them.
Damn, this is him. This is him for sure.
he identifies Justin Brooks.
And that's the same person you saw get into the back of that Tahoe.
Yes, sir.
And then right afterwards, you heard the gunshots.
Yeah.
I'd say Detective Ritter's going to start knocking out the arrest affidavit for his arrest, and then we can try to go locate this guy.
While Ritter works on the arrest warrant,
There he is, right there.
Kennedy finds Justin Brooks on social media.
He's a barber somewhere.
That looks like a business logo.
You know why the barber? But it's definitely the same place.
So he probably works at a barber shop in Kansas City.
Let's do this. New York Barber Shop, Kansas City. Let's try to figure out where it works, but you gotta be anywhere. Ooh, right there, look at that. New York Barber Shop, Kansas City, and it's in Overland Park, Kansas, which is not my through area code. That's not delay.
Sweet. He just posted like 12 when?
Alright, Joe.
Hey, I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
Ritter reaches out to detectives in Kansas City, Kansas, 4 hours north of Tulsa.
I've got a murder I'm working here. The guy we're looking at, his name is Justin Brooks. We've determined he's a barber that I think lives in Kansas City. And I was wondering if I give you name, birthday, social, at your convenience, if you could run him. Yep, I will send you an email right now with this guy's info and see what you got. I appreciate it. All right, see ya.
Ritter will turn over the search for Justin Brooks and Maurice Sanders to the fugitive warrants squad. Days later,
we figured out that Justin was a barber and worked at a specific barber shop. One of our fugitive warrants guys got with some of the warrants guys up in Kansas City. They sent in one of their guys to get his beard trimmed. So this cop is actually sitting in the barber shop, and Justin Brooks, the suspect, is trimming his beard just so they can get a good ID on him. So after that, they ended up arresting him. So we're going up to Kansas City right now. We're going to interview Justin. I don't know if Justin will talk or not. I guess it's 50-50 right now. You never know.
Four hours later, in Kansas City.
What's up, man? How's it going? I'm Detective Ritter. This is Detective Ryden. Okay? We're from Tulsa. See, I'd like to talk to you a little bit. I'm not going to trick you or anything like that. I'll just start from the beginning. How? Well, you seem like an intelligent guy, and we're just going to talk. They're telling me you're from Yonkers? Yonkers, New York. So how'd you end up in Kansas City? I have 2 kids here, and I got 2 more because I'm married now, so I have 4 total. How did you end up in Tulsa, Oklahoma? So I was in Tulsa. You wouldn't have a warrant out for your arrest from Tulsa if you weren't in Tulsa, because I have to have probable cause to get information, okay? And let me ask you this, how do you know Maurice Sanders? I know him through people. So did you meet him in Kansas City? Did. Okay. I'm sharing a little bit with you to show that I know what went down. I mean, you guys were there buying pills, okay? Lortab. So, just to show you that I know what's up and that I'm being honest with you and I'm not playing tricks on you, I know what happened out there. And if you went over there and it was a straight up murder, then we really need to talk. I don't be out shooting people. Exactly. Man, you don't seem like it. You seem like a freaking laid back guy. Shooting, stabbing, none of that stuff. Hanging people. I mean, that's not how you're coming across to me at all. It's a bad situation. Don't get more serious. Don't talk, they can charge me with first degree premeditated murder for 40 plus with a life, whatever you want to call it. To do talk, lower time, I don't know, 15 maybe, and maybe 20, who knows. But how old are you? Yeah, I'm 27. Awful young. You got 4 kids. There's more to this story you need to tell me. Obviously, dude, this is as serious as it gets. Why are you in the middle of this? I deal pills. Got my wife to a better house. Car, things like that, kids, whatever. So everything's supposed to be so simple. Okay. But there was more to it. We was all in the car. But hold on, so you guys did go to the complex in the Honda? They did. SUV. Put away. That great car. Put away.
Justin says Cedric arrived, and he and Maurice and Charles got into his silver Acura.
First, it was arguing. There was just a lot going on. Who was arguing? Them 3. Maurice, middleman, and the money over.
He says he gave Maurice the money for the pills.
Is it your money? Yeah, like, how much does that cost? That was like 25. So it's 25.
Brooks paid $2,500 to buy 500 pills from Charles.
So basically, you're the money man. Maurice is communicating with the middleman. Yeah. Numbers start taking place. I was short like 100 quantity arguments, whatever. It was just a bunch of extras. So I walked out.
He says he got out of Cedric's car.
Right. Maurice and the other dude to get out, come talk to me.
And Maurice and Charles followed him.
Walked from the car, bit over to the SUV.
Justin says he, Charles, and Marie got into the Tahoe.
When I sat down, sat here, they were sitting right there.
According to Justin, he sat behind Charles, who was in the front passenger seat, and Maurice was behind the driver.
They still arguing. It was just all around confusion. Next thing you know, this man leaves. He looks back.
Charles looked back at Maurice.
And he's like, oh, it was good, bro. He reached over to do something. All you hear was boom.
And Maurice shot him.
But he fell over. That's when Panic jumped in. Some panic. In the drive. You know, should we take off? Boom, hit. I hopped out. People coming out. Just hop in the car. Take back off.
Brooks and Maurice drove back to Kansas City in the blue Honda.
I just want to forget about it. You guys split up once you got back to KC? Yeah. Why does Maurice shoot him? You ask that man. Did you know the pills were fake? No. Did Maurice? I don't know. Where did you sell them? What state? North Dakota. Money out there. Like, I just make good money. What are you guys able to turn around and sell them for? 15, 20. Hell? Damn. I'd be pretty pissed off if somebody sold me 500 or 1,000 fake pills. That batch right there was fake? I had no problems. But did you physically take them yourself? No. As Maurice? Not that, no. So you're saying that he got shot because it was fake? No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you if you knew they were fake. Well, man, I'm going to go to the DA and tell them that you're cooperating and you told me the truth. And maybe the fact that the guy that you shot's alive may end up helping a little bit. Sorry you got involved in this.
He did show remorse of some sort.
I mean, it's weird. These guys, some of them are, once you sit down and talk to them, you know, when they're not in the heat of the moment of doing the bad things they do, he was a nice guy. During the interview, he never really came 100% with what the argument was about. But interview ends, and one of the Kansas City guys takes him back to the jail, and he makes a statement. Tells the guys, I'm sorry, I didn't tell them this, but yeah, there was an argument in the car over the quality of the pills, which led to the shooting. Maybe Maurice just had enough of it. Shot him and killed him.
Then,
we got a text message. Maurice was arrested in Bismarck, North Dakota.
The Bismarck Police Department received a tip on the location of Maurice Sanders, and he was taken into custody.
When they got him, he had over 130 Lortab pills. He refused to talk to us without his attorney. Everybody's in custody, both the alleged shooters and the middleman. The tragic part of it is Charles has a son that's obviously not going to ever see his dad again. Justin has 4 kids that aren't going to see him for years. You know, when your parent gets killed or goes to prison, you don't have as much opportunity as somebody with a good family structure. And on top of that, our surviving victim is paralyzed for the rest of his life. So just all the way around a bad deal.
Charles was shot and killed.
It's still not real, because I haven't accepted it.
His family gathers at his gravesite to remember him.
Chance was 3 when this happened, and he's 10 now. It's been hard raising him by myself. Ooh, I'm sorry. He was a great father.
Anytime you seen Charles, you seen Chance. He always had that hustle. He was cutting grass at 8 years old.
He'd either make 50 cents to $1 just to show that he loved his family. He always tried to make sure we were first. I know some people might have wanted to label him as a drug dealer. That's probably who he was at the moment, but that's not exactly who he was. He was a good person. It ain't a day that goes by I don't think about him. To me, he lives right here in my heart.
This program documents actual homicide investigations. Criminal charges are often dropped or reduced, and all suspects shown are presumed innocent unless proven guilty.
Are you the ambulance?
What's going on?
Somebody committed shot my boyfriend. He shot right through the stomach. He's down on the floor right now.
Okay, I'm gonna get you over to the ambulance, okay?
It's not safe being in this house.
Where's the person that did this to him?
I don't know. He took off. Cameron, baby. Cameron.
I'm gonna get you. Breathe, baby.
Breathe, baby. Get fresh, baby.
I don't breathe.
Breathe, baby.
Okay, is the police there?
Here they come.
All right, hey, everyone, come over here. Hey, buddy, can you hear me?
With you.
Police, anybody can make stuff known?
On blood. Give me a chance to you. This is not looking good.
You're officially calling it? TOD of 2109.
For homicide detectives, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
I cleaned my apartment because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to clean it again for a while because I knew we were going to get it tonight. Just had that feeling. What's up, guys?
All right, we have a guy shot multiple times. Shooting happened upstairs.
Okay. Know this guy's name?
Cameron.
29-year-old Cameron Rosner was born in Colorado Springs. He was a graduate of the Tulsa Job Corps. Cameron leaves behind his mother, brother, and a 9-year-old daughter.
Officers first arrived. That's where he was laying with the people around him. They were bringing him down and brought him outside. The officer said he still had some active breathing. Clothes got cut off, and they found bullet defects.
All right. I'm gonna look at this. How many times did he shot? Once. on here.
Found one in the leg.
Cameron was shot 8 times in his legs, arms, and torso.
So it happened up here then.
That's where all the blood is.
Let's see what we got.
Casing by the staircase.
Okay.
Shooting happened to the right.
Alright.
There's a casing right there. There's another casing.
Got another casing?
Casing on the bed.
The casings recovered are all 9mm.
It looks like he might have been shot in the bed.
All the sheets are soaked.
Looks like they're close range.
Was he here by himself when he was shot?
No, girlfriend, daughter, and all here.
Are they at Detective Division?
I'm headed that way.
Perfect. Can you make sure that your officers canvass for sure all of this building and then the back building as well? Thank you.
I'll stay out here and work on that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to head downtown then. I'm going to go interview. It's not normal for people just to come inside and shoot somebody. So I'm hoping they can give me some information as to what happened. He was shot upstairs, and these people back here brought him downstairs, and he was still kind of breathing. I'm really hoping that they're going to give me some better information, because right now I have nothing on suspects. All right, let's go talk to the girlfriend first. Okay. I'm Detective Lansdowne. I'm the lead homicide detective on this. All right, hon. I'm going to have to ask difficult questions, but just know that I'm asking these questions so that I can help. Okay? How long have you known Cameron?
I've known Cameron for about 3.5 years.
Okay, and how long have you been dating him?
About 2.5.
Okay. What address do you stay at?
I was evicted from my apartment.
Patricia says she and her daughter recently moved in with Cameron at the duplex apartment.
And we were staying there with Juan.
So is Juan, was he friends with Cameron or family members? Or
They was just friends. Me and Cameron was helping him and his dad out.
Okay.
And then his dad just went to a nursing home.
Okay. But it's Juan's apartment?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me what led up to what happened tonight.
I want to say probably about 4 o'clock this evening. Cameron's friend from the apartment complex had somebody with him.
She says they could hear the friend and the other man walk in downstairs.
So there were people in the apartment that had showed up. Okay. Who were they there to see?
I have no idea. Cameron went downstairs, and me and my daughter were upstairs. But there was no arguing. There was no loudness to let me know that anything was going on. So Cameron comes back upstairs. Cameron just said, "Oh, sucker punched him." I said, "Have you ever seen that person before? Who is he?" And he said, "I've never seen him."
Okay. So let's slow down just a little bit. Tell me about the fight that happened.
He just said that, oh boy said to him, "Why is it in the last 3 places somebody always there?" And Cameron said, "What are you talking? That's weird. You know, if he's going to people's house, ain't someone supposed to be there?" And then Cameron said, "I turned and oh boy came out and sucker punched me." And they turned around and walked out. Cameron just brushed it off.
Okay. So this is the part I want to be clear about. If there's drugs involved, I don't care.
Honestly, I don't know. Cameron, he's like, "I just don't want to talk about it." Nothing else was said. Like, we went about our day. And he was like, "I'm hungry." And I said I was going to order pizzas.
She says a couple of hours later, Juan came home, and they all had dinner.
We ate. around just talking, and my daughter and him was playing, laughing, and she got up and went in her room.
Okay, so it's 3-bedroom then?
Yes.
Okay.
We went to sleep, and I woke up to this guy standing there. He was rummaging through the stuff.
She says the man was looking through their belongings.
And I think I startled Cameron when I woke up. Cameron jumped up, and next thing, oh boy, pistol whipped him. Hit him right here in the head. And then he hit him again. Cameron's gun was sitting on the edge of the bed behind Cameron. And oh boy said, oh yeah. And he picked it up.
Picked up Cameron's gun?
Uh-huh.
What kind of gun did Cameron have?
It was a Smith & Wesson 9. It has a blue bandana as the handle.
She says that Cameron customized the gun grip with a blue bandana inlay.
Okay. So what happens after that?
The dude went in the hallway, and he told Juan, this is for homage. Y'all's not paying y'all's dues. He punched Juan, and oh boy left. He goes down the stairs. And as soon as I think that he's far enough, me and Juan go into my daughter's room and check on her. And we hear him come back. Seems like seconds in my head.
Okay.
And he comes back, and we heard the click, click. And I hear him cock the gun. He shot it 3 or 4 times.
She says she heard shots ring out from Cameron's room.
And then he came into my daughter's room. Me and Juan are behind the door. And he reaches like this, and I can see the gun, and I see his hand. And he shoots. Well, me and Juan are basically like shoving the door shut.
Okay.
And he ran downstairs. I'm thinking my daughter's shot, and I'm trying to just check my daughter out.
Describe everything that this guy looked like.
I couldn't see his face. He had an orange ski mask on that only the eyes and the mouth is out of. He had on some overalls that were camouflaged.
But when he left, what did he leave with?
My phone.
Okay.
Cameron's phone.
Okay.
The black backpack.
Okay.
The gun. And that's all I seen him take.
Okay. So what do you think happened here tonight? Why do you think Cameron got killed?
Honestly, I don't even know what was going on. We was asleep, and Cameron's a really kind-hearted person. Like, anybody could come and talk to Cameron. He was a good ear. He didn't pass judgment. He didn't ask questions. He just listened.
Okay. I'm going to keep you out here. I'm going to talk to your daughter. This is going to be Patricia's daughter, who was also in that apartment when Cameron got killed. So, supposedly she got shot at. But she may be a very good witness. Okay, sweetie. I'm very sorry. I'm Lacey. So I'm the lead detective on this case. I know this is traumatic, but it's very, very important that we get all of this out. I'm just going to start from the beginning. Who is Cameron to you?
My mom's boyfriend, but I think I'm at a stepdad.
Okay, so he's someone that's close. Tell me about what happened today.
I don't know what all happened. I was asleep. I woke up to him in my room.
She says before the shooting, the suspect came in her room.
His ski mask was like right here where I could see his eyes a little.
Okay.
And then he hurried up and pulled it down. I wasn't saying nothing, I was quiet. But he said if I don't shut up, he was going to shoot me.
Did you hear this man in your mom and Cameron's room beforehand, or did you wake up to him in your room?
I woke up to him in my room. I think he grabbed my backpack. I heard him yelling, like, in the hallway.
Okay. So he walks out of your room, You say you heard him yelling. What did you hear?
He said something, Juan, if you don't tell me where that phone is, I'm gonna shoot you. And he said, I don't have the phone, it's broken. And then he goes downstairs.
She says moments later, Juan and her mom came rushing in.
And then he comes back after like 2 minutes, and then I heard like shots go off. He shot at Cameron first like 2 to 3 times. And then he came around my room and aimed the gun at me. I hurried up and jumped up to the corner by the bed. And he shot. And then he hurried up and ran off after my mom and Juan shut the door in his face.
Okay. Have you seen this guy ever before?
Mm-hmm.
But if you saw him again, would you recognize him?
I know the way he walks, the way he sounds and everything. I won't forget. Cameron never did nothing. He would always stay inside to make sure we was okay.
And I gotta ask these questions. Did you see Cameron with a gun tonight?
And I know.
Okay.
But I feel like I got shot. I almost got shot by his gun.
She says when the suspect came back to her room, the gun he fired looked like Cameron's.
Have you seen Cameron's gun? What's Cameron's gun look like?
His is a 9, and he got like a blue bandana on the grip. He customized it.
Okay. I'm sorry again. I think she's traumatized. This guy tried to kill her, probably because she's a witness. I mean, that's incredibly sad. I feel bad for her. Hang on. Hello?
Lansdowne gets an update on the canvas of the housing complex.
All right, that's what I needed to know. Thank you. I'm hearing from patrol that the name Pork Chop has been thrown out there.
Residents claim a suspicious man, only known as Pork Chop, was recently hanging around the complex, acting erratically.
I've heard this name before.
I have too.
But I don't know the first name of who Pork Chop is. All right, let's go talk to Juan. Hopefully we get somewhere. I'm really sorry for your loss. I know that you were friends with Cameron. Let's just start from the beginning. Tell me about what happened tonight.
I know somebody came upstairs.
Where are you at in the house when this happens? And so what happened next?
And me and Trish went into the bedroom. And that's when Cam got shot.
You said Bug? Is that her daughter? Okay. And what happened after Cameron got shot?
Then me and Trish managed to push him out the door, and he went away.
Listen, man, your friend got killed tonight.
No.
I need to freaking know everything that happened and what this guy said to you.
He was just saying, like, we better start hanging up on.
He felt like you guys owed him money.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Juan, look at me.
Juan, sit down.
You know exactly why he was at your apartment today.
No, I don't.
This is how you get yourself in trouble, is by lying, so please don't go there. So why was he there? What did you owe him?
I guess my phone. He was talking about my phone.
Because why?
I guess because somebody else's phone was missing.
Okay, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere, and I feel like I'm pulling information out of you when your friend's the one that died. Who's Pork Chop? Pork Chop. I need to know who he is.
Person who killed him.
Pork Chop was the one who did it.
Yeah.
How do you know that this Pork Chop guy has shot Cameron tonight?
Yeah.
You heard him, so you recognize his voice. So you've seen him before.
Juan said he met Pork Chop walking around the complex.
There's trying to get some all the reps on.
Tell me everything you know about Pork Chop.
Supposedly, he just got out of jail.
What did he get out of jail for?
Robbery.
What does he look like?
That's all.
All right, and does he have any tattoos?
Like that.
What's it look like?
Jojo.
Okay, tell me about the fight that Cameron got in earlier today.
He just punched him.
Okay, so he actually told you that Pork Chop was the one who punched him?
Cameron came upstairs and saw him. Then Cameron got punched.
Juan confirms the name of the friend from the complex who brought Pork Chop to the apartment this afternoon.
Okay.
Here's the tenant list.
The team looks up the address for Cameron's friend.
All right, we're gonna go knock on his door.
Let's do it. All right.
Gotta make sure that they're ready to pick up Pork Chop, because that may be where he's at, if he's still in the apartment complex.
I'll take some patrol officers with me. All right.
The team heads back to the crime scene, hoping to locate the friend.
He was there with Pork Chop when Pork Chop punched Cameron, the victim. So he knows who Pork Chop is. So, and he probably knows what this murder's about. And he probably talked to him since. It's very important that we speak with him.
So if you two want to take Lacey in the front, Lyndon, I'll go to the back.
Right over here. You guys go ahead because you're in full uniform. What's up, man? Can you show me your hands and make sure I don't have a gun? Thank you. I got a couple of questions to ask you. You're not in trouble, but we got to talk, okay? We got some patrol officers that came down here to help us, and they are transporting him for us because he's a very important part of this puzzle. I'm just going to be straight up with him, and I'm going to be like, I know that you were over there today, and I know that your buddy punched my victim. So tell the truth, and you won't get a potential accessory case. Let's do this. I'm Lacey. That's my partner, Linda. We're homicide detectives, all right? So this is pretty serious while we're here. Now, mind you, I've talked to other people already tonight. So just keep in mind, if I'm asking certain questions, I probably already know the answer to them. So we're going to start from the beginning. Tell me everything you know about Cameron Rosner.
Like my best friend.
He's your best friend, okay. How long have you known Cameron?
4 years.
Cameron was killed today. He was murdered tonight. And I think you know why. I know that you were there earlier today. So tell me what happened.
I woke up early this morning, looking for somebody, this guy, I had never seen him before in my life. I mean, what I did is from him or whatever.
So who's the guy?
I know they just call him like Pork Chop.
You said he was just walking around in the apartment complex.
He said he had nowhere to go. He was like, just help me out. So I'm a generous guy. He said he was hungry. I gave him a bottle of water and some, food. And then all of a sudden, he starts following me like everywhere. Really like on my bumper, like he's like, bro, I can get this weed, sell it to whatever. So we stopped by, Cam. This Cam's for weed or whatever. You trying to get some tree, bro? And he was like, no, I already got some, whatever. Hey, I guess they got into pushed me. Like, I don't know what he was on, but he like overamped and hyped. I could run these apartments, whatever, to like chill out, but everybody know each other in the local community. Can't take your personal frustrations out on people. But once he started tripping or whatever, I gotta get him out of Bro's apartment.
He says they left Cameron's and went back to his apartment.
Then, he started trying to like one of you or whatever. I'm like, bro, you can't stay here, you know what I mean?
All right. And you know this guy by Pork Chop. What else did he tell you about himself?
He hadn't been out of jail that long.
Okay. Did you see him with a gun?
No.
Did he talk about having a gun?
I mean, he talked about like gangster stuff the whole time. I just like kind of like getting my nerves pumping.
What did he tell you he was going to do?
Nothing.
You see him go to anybody's place at all? Does he have Facebook, Instagram? Did he show you any of that? Cameron. He's dead. You're saying he's your best friend. Help me out a little bit here. I need to know everything you know about this guy.
Trying the best I can. I mean, he was my own.
He used your phone to call someone. Who did he call?
His sister.
Okay, I need to get that phone number.
The man agrees to turn over his phone.
Give me just a minute. He said he only knows him as Pork Chop. That seems to be a common theme here. We've interviewed 4 people now and nobody knows this guy's name. Can you run a phone number for me, please?
Sergeant Nathan Schilling runs the number Pork Chop called from the friend's phone.
I need to figure out who this chick is. Please let this be gold.
They get the name of a woman.
How recent is that?
It's kind of older. It's like we're down in the 30 percentile on their guesstimations.
The old days of a person having a number for decades, it's not like that anymore. The database will throw a number out there on how confident it is that that number still belongs to that individual. This girl likely is not going to have this phone number anymore.
Right now, we've just got...
You go home and get some sleep.
Yeah. It'll fall into place. We just gotta...
Yeah. Do legwork to back it up and see what else we can get.
The next day.
Hey, Lacey.
So this girl is actually a really good witness.
Lansdowne returns after speaking with another resident of the apartment complex.
She said this guy shows up. He was just extremely disrespectful.
The resident says she saw Pork Chop in another apartment yesterday afternoon.
Was talking about how he's gonna straighten everybody up, and there was a guy there. He kind of talks to himself a little bit. Well, all of a sudden, Pork Chop gets up out of nowhere and just pistol whips this guy. She's like, this is a pretty tight-knit community. So we kind of like pulled him aside, like, look, we don't do things this way here. We all know each other. She said you could tell he was straight out of prison, the way he was talking, the way he was acting. He leaves.
She says he showed up again right before the time of the murder.
She said he was high as a kite. This time he's got a ski mask on. He changed it to his camo coveralls. And he's like, you guys are going to pay up. And she said he gets escorted out. And then he goes over to Cam's house. She said she was getting ready to leave. And that's when Patricia came down and said Cameron's been shot. It sounds like this guy is incredibly dangerous. And literally is walking around randomly pistol whipping people.
Yeah.
Breaking into people's houses, looking to rob people. She described what his tattoo looked like on the side of his neck. So it looked like that. It's an odd tattoo. But she said it covers the entire left side of his neck. I mean, those tattoos and that street name, it's just odd that nobody knows who this guy is.
The next morning.
So what's the deal about the number that his pork chop had called?
What do you think I should do with that?
Your goal is to identify who he is. I would just come up with a ruse, just call that phone number. I mean, if it's somebody that like doesn't want to be around him because he just killed somebody, they might be cooperative.
Okay.
Jimmy, I was looking at you, nervous?
Yeah, I hate doing this kind of thing.
This is the fun part.
Worst that happens is they don't talk to you.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to please? And they hung up.
Something else I just thought of that. We didn't check the jail website, like the jail calls.
That's a good idea. Run these phone numbers now. Okay, so somebody by the name of Johnny Clark, inmate Johnny Clark, made 4 phone calls to this phone number on, looks like today.
23-year-old Johnny Clark was booked into Sepulpa jail for possession of a firearm.
7 hours after the murder.
He's currently under DOC supervision.
Holy
Is that your guy?
dude, he's got a huge tattoo on the side of his neck. He's got a tattoo under his eye. I think that might be our suspect. Possession of a firearm. He got arrested this morning.
According to the report, police responded to a call of vandalism at a hotel room. They searched the alleged offender and found the gun.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we've got Johnny Lee Clark. This is why I keep you around, Nathan. I'm feeling very, very good about it. They're going to bring him over here. I'm going to talk to him and see what he has to say.
While Lansdowne waits for Johnny Clark to be transferred to homicide.
Hi, this is Lacey Lansdowne. I am a homicide detective for Tulsa PD.
She reaches out to the arresting officers and supervisor.
I think some of your guys arrested my homicide suspect last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks like he got arrested by Sepulpa. Officer Sayer, he arrested a guy named Johnny Clark with a gun. I'm trying to figure out the details on that gun because it very well could be the gun that was used in my homicide. Is that a hotel where he was arrested at?
Yeah, it's the Region Team.
Okay.
All right, as soon as I get back to the office, I'll get this attached and get sent over to you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Is he here?
Yeah. How do you think I should approach this? At the very least, put him there.
Yeah.
At Parkview.
Lock him in the story. People put him there. Why? I'm going to tell you, I think you can do this, and I'll tell you why. Because the suspect doesn't know what you have.
Aspen, I just want to know your side of the story about what happened.
Got this.
All right.
Relax. Take a deep breath.
I got it, John.
What's going on? I'm Lacey, and that's Linda. I just want to ask you some questions. All right. So tell me why you were arrested.
I was smoking a little roach. They say you can't smoke in the room. So I open the door and I'm blowing the smoke out the door. But I look to the left, I see 5 police coming. Well, I was really intoxicated. I was on 7 different drugs. I was cooperating. He was like, you got these weapons on you. At first I said no. Then I ended up in Sapulpa County.
Okay. For what, though?
Like I said, the pistols was found in my room. I don't know where.
You had said you were on 7 different kinds of drugs.
Heroin, methamphetamine, PCP, weed, liquor.
So what happened that got you to that point, John?
My mama kicked me out. She didn't want to be around me until I started taking my pills again. You know, just getting out of prison and stuff.
He says he was recently released from prison after serving 5 years for robbery.
So you were staying with somebody over by Parkview?
Yeah, my cousin gave me a couple blankets and a pillow.
Okay, so you were staying at Parkview?
I was out there hustling. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. And you say hustling?
Like selling weed.
Did you get into it yourself with anybody out there?
No, I don't even really know anybody out there.
Okay, so here's what we're going to get at. There was a murder out there Saturday night. The guy that was murdered is named Cameron. Does that name ring a bell to you?
No, not at all.
From everyone that I have talked to, I have been told that you were the one who went in that apartment.
All I know is I did meet him. I didn't know his name.
He admits he went to Cameron's apartment earlier that day.
I went in there to smoke. I don't remember going in there after that.
Okay. Why would people who were also there when this guy got killed, why would they be telling me that you're the one that did that?
I don't know why.
Listen to me. I'm not trying to trick you into saying anything. Have I asked you any difficult questions here? I know you're upset, but I
don't know. And this can take my life away.
Do you need some water? You need some water?
The Pulpa guy email you the reports or anything?
Not yet.
You get a hold of the records, they will email you the preliminary reports.
I'll probably just call and ask her what that gun is.
That'll tell you a lot right there, because the victim's gun is very definitive. 9mm Smith & Wesson that's silver, and he has blue inlay bandana in the grip. They're custom.
Hello. I think Sapulpa arrested one of my homicide suspects last night, and it's very possible he had the murder weapon with him, and I was wondering if you could tell me what gun they booked in.
Okay, what's your guy's name?
Johnny Lee Clark.
I just actually checked that into my property room. We arrested a guy and took 2 guns.
He had another gun.
Yeah, he's one of the suspects, and one of these could be the gun. Let's see. One of them is a starter pistol. One of them is a 9mm Smith & Wesson semi-automatic.
What's the grip look like?
It's got a funky... You want me to take a picture of it and send it to you?
Yes, please. That's my victim's gun. Dude, that's my gun.
Yep, that's it. That's exactly the way you described it.
You just have to read to see he had this stashed inside of the room air conditioner, hidden.
So that's physical evidence that ties us to Clark.
How nice of him to make all that custom work on his grip.
I agree. Thank you. He's got the victim's gun.
You got everything that you need.
Yeah.
You have got enough to charge this man with first-degree murder. Anything else right now is just the ranch for the pizza. Right now, you got the pizza. Enjoy your pizza. If you had ranch, it'd be a little bit better. But you know what? You don't need ranch.
All right. Can I show you a picture of something?
Yeah.
right here. What is this?
That's a gun.
Okay. You recognize that gun? That's the gun that Sepulveda found. Look at me. That's Cameron's gun. How did Cameron's gun end up with you?
Oh no. That's what I keep saying. I don't know.
When that gun is tested, the one that was found, is it going to have your DNA on it?
I have held this gun before when we was over there. Trying to buy it from him. He tried to sell it to me for like $350.
Okay. So, because you were incredibly high that night,
Yes, ma'am.
did you go over there, or could you have went over there? Because you had the agreement that you were going to buy it. I know that drugs do crazy things to people. And they make people do things that they regret later.
I didn't do nothing to the man. I promise, ma'am. I promise.
Was he cool?
Yeah, he was cool. He was cooler than a
He's dead. And I think that you seem upset about that. But I will tell you that the facts and the evidence show that you killed Cameron. That's why I'm asking you why. You were high. You went over.
I go back to him. I said, I want a lawyer.
Alright. You're going to jail for murder, okay? I wish you the best of luck. I really do. The interview, it didn't go as well as possible. I mean, obviously, you want a confession, but sometimes outright denial is the best you can get. He's got my victim's gun, so we got some stuff to work with. I haven't been a homicide detective very long, but I've been a cop for 13 years, and what happened was awful. Cameron's life was cut short for no reason. He didn't do anything wrong. He was in his bed, and Johnny decided to kill him and try to kill his girlfriend's 14-year-old daughter. Whether it was drugs or whatever reason it was, this should not have happened. He really didn't show much remorse at all. He just was talking about his life being over, and it was really just more about him. But unfortunately, his actions led to this, and there's consequences to that.
Somebody that you just meet and you know, feels like you almost know him for a lifetime. This is unexplainable. Why? It doesn't make sense. All the crime we see out here, it doesn't matter how bad you try to stop it. It happens everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are, how much money you have, who you know, who you don't know. You never, it doesn't matter. Cameron laid right there and looked my daughter in me in the eyes and said, "It's okay, baby. You can let go. Tell my daughter I love her. And tell my mama I'll always watch over her." It's life-changing.